नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिराघव स्वामिनीति नामिने। नमस्ते गौरशिवाय सदा निवेदितात्मने भूभादौ प्रभुपादार्थं वर्णाश्रमपचारिणे। नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदांत स्वामिनीति नामिने। नमस्ते सरस्वती देवी गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे। जय परमानंद श्री गुरु महाराज की जय, श्री प्रभुपाद की जय। जय गौर प्रेमानंदे हरि हरि बोल। So my name is Prabhu Nityananda Das. So one of our god brother asked me to say something about our beloved Guru Maharaj 75th appearance day. So, I am not so much qualified, and I consider myself as a Kanishta Adhikari and like 4th grade level of disciple of our Guru Maharaj to say something about our Gurudev. But anyhow, by Srila Gurudev mercy, I am trying to say something. So I met Srila Guru Maharaj first time in 1982 in Mayapur. At that time, he is regional director of Namhatta. And he is staying in a room which is in the basement of Chakra building, the last room. So 2 rooms there, so many rooms are there. So one room he is using for office and another room he is using for his, to take rest. And room, anybody visited their Chakra building, they know then the rainy season, the basement room is damp. But Guru Maharaj, he has so much austerity. He is staying with some Namhatta devotees there, means the preacher, Namhatta preacher. So he thinks it is comfortable for him. So you can see how Guru Maharaj spent in the beginning in Mayapur. So I came to Mayapur at that time. I think I am 24 years old, studying in college. So then I came to Mayapur to see, just to visit. Then I stay in the new devotee program now. For 1 week they allowed. After they tell no, I can't stay anymore. I have to be joined as a full-time devotee, or I have to be rent room from guest house and I can stay as long as I want. But at that time, no, I don't have so much money. So I heard Namhatta preaching, means it is in the village preaching, and I live in village. So originally my native place is from Minnapur district, in completely village area, no transportation, nothing. So long time you have to walk to get a public transportation to go anywhere. So then I a little bit interested about the village preaching. So then the new Bhakta program, they told, okay, go Namhatta department, so they know how you can help in village preaching, staying at your home. Then I gone there, so then I used to the office. Maharaj is at that time is regional secretary, I think regional director of Namhatta. So, and he is at that time brahmachari, and he has both legs also. And so then I offered my obeisances to him and asked if he can allow me to stay for a few more days. I am interested to stay in Mayapur and I want to know something Lavanta also. And when I go back to my village, maybe I can try to do something preaching, village preaching. Then Guru Maharaj told, okay. And I told, I don't have so much money to donate now. The Guru Maharaj told, okay, as long as you want, you can stay here and just do little service. There is at that time is a tape recorder. So some audio cassette is there in Bengali, so you can translate into English. That is my seva. I told, okay, that's fine. So I stayed few days there. This is 1982. So exact month I can't remember. I think it is maybe after Gaur Purnima. Then after a few days staying there, I decided to go back to Minnapur. Then Guru Maharaj told me, okay, if you are living in Minnapur town, so he gave me one name, it's a donor's name, he is ISKCON live member also. So he wants to help us in Namata preaching, and he wants to start one district office. That is, he has in so many rooms, so he wants to give one room to open a Namhatta district office, so you can talk to him. Then he wrote me a letter. Then when I came back to Minnapur town, so I gone to see him, and so I spoke to him. Then he allotted one room in his rice mill in Minnapur. His place is called Tantigadia. I think that is the first Namhatta district preaching office. So in West Bengal. Then after a few days, Guru Maharaj came there in Minnapur, and I met him. So then one time he came to my home also. I can remember like 10 o'clock, completely dark. At 10 o'clock, he with I think 2 or 3 brahmachari, he came to my village, and I'm trying to go to bed. At that time he came there. Then I completely astonished how Guru Maharaj came in the night, no light, nothing. It's completely roads inside the agricultural land. From village someone came to show my house. So the next day morning we start to Minnapur. So we came and opened the district office. And then many times Guru Maharaj came there, and I also joined with Guru Maharaj to go here and there in Minnapur, preaching in Namhatta. Then I opened a few Namhatta centers also in Minnapur district. And different location I travel in, mainly in Minnapur and West Bengal, a few places. So in that sense I know Guru Maharaj from 1982. Then I think 84 he got that bomb accident. Many devotees knows that story. And so I am in my village at that time. I came from Minnapur to my village, native place, and one Namhatta devotee came to my home also to make one live member, close to my village. So suddenly my dad, he told, Mayapur is a big dacoit attack. Many people become injured. So then I saw the newspaper. They mentioned about Guru Maharaj. At that time, name is Raghav Pandit Das Brahmachari. His name is mentioned there. So then immediately next day, I think, myself and that Namhatta Brahmachari devotee, he came to Calcutta. So then we gone to Alipur, in Calcutta, Alipur Woodland Nursing Home. It's a very big nursing home. They allow only in the visiting hours to the visitors. Then I saw Guru Maharaj lying down in one bed. So it's a big room, and the doctor, they amputate his left leg. So, but no depression, nothing, no mental anxiety. He is chanting Hare Krishna. When I gone there to see Guru Maharaj. Maharaj told, okay, this is very good that you came. Both you came to see. Then I spent a few, delimited few, I think maybe 10-15 minutes because they don't allow to stay for a long time. Then I came back my own place now. Then after that many times I gone there. Then I think 1986 that that is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's 500 appearance day, anniversary. So then they started that Padajatra. And Namhatta took Namhatta also participated in the Padajatra in West Bengal. So I think Minnapur district, East Minnapur, a few places I traveled with Guru Maharaj in the Padajatra. Then one time we made very big pandal program in Minnapur also. Guru Maharaj, so he asked me to if I can assist in that program arrangements. And then with that line member I gone so many people's house to invite them to come there, call meeting, all these things. Because Padajatra came there, and I think 2 or 3 days he stayed Padajatra there, and big pandal program. Lot of people, huge gathering. So then in East Minnapur, I think Tamluk side, I traveled a few places with Guru Maharaj in Padajatra. Then after that I came back to my study again. Then one time I think in Calcutta when I came, I heard Guru Maharaj is in trouble, he is in his visa. So the Namhatta devotee at that time, they are helping to solve that case. One time I also with Guru Maharaj in Navadvip to that foreign regulation, FRO department, that I think DIB department, that officer house. I myself and Guru Maharaj, only two, we gone to his residence to see that guy. And that guy is not good man, that DIB officer, Bengali officer. I think he's asking bribe from Guru Maharaj. And Guru Maharaj, I think, denied to give bribe. And so they did not issue citizenship to Guru Maharaj. I can remember on that time, these Naxalist, means Maowadi, very popular in Navadvip. And myself and Guru Maharaj in on rickshaw going to that DIB officer residence, and we are listening so many bomb blast. And then I asked to the rickshaw, I was telling that here are a lot of Maowadis, so each area they are trying to capture, So is one area they are throwing bomb, then another area is Maowadis, they are saying, we are here, they are double bomb they are throwing on the street. And at that time I am with Guru Maharaj going to that police, the DIB officer house. So anyhow, then Maharaj did not get his citizenship. So then I think the government issued some notice to vacant India. And some problem also there. So in Mayapur, so Guru Maharaj moved to Calcutta. And at that time, temple president Adi Dharan Prabhu, he helped Guru Maharaj a lot. And Maharaj staying in Salt Lake in the beginning. Then Maharaj came to Calcutta temple. So 89, so I came to Guru Maharaj, I think 88 I came to Guru Maharaj, see again. And I told that, then Guru Maharaj asking what you are doing. Then I told regarding my private things, what I am doing after completing my study. Then Guru Maharaj now trying to concentrate on business. Then Maharaj told at that time, I don't have enough devotees, so if I like, I can join full time and help in Guru Maharaj preaching. Then I told, let me to see. Then I told, okay, I'll be back within 1-2 months. But I did not come back. Then Again I came back in, I think 89 in the beginning, or maybe 88 December, to see Guru Maharaj, and Guru Maharaj told, I am going to Kumbh Mela, at that time Purna Kumbha. So every 12 years they have Purna Kumbha in different locations, 4 locations actually, alternatively they do that. So in Allahabad, Prayag, the Kumbh Mela, so Guru Maharaj is telling, I am going to organize that Mela, so I will be there in 1 month. So if you want to full-time join, you can come there. Then I told, okay Gurudev, I will be there in Kumbh Mela. So then I purchased my ticket and I gone to Kumbh Mela, Allahabad. So I stay almost 1 month there with Guru Maharaj, and at that time Maharaj is preaching Bhaktivedanta Youth Service under Calcutta Temple. So I set up on book table. There are so many so many stall is there in the Kumbh Mela, and organized by Calcutta Temple, and Guru Maharaj actually in charge for that whole tent, all the programs. So one small room is there to our Bhaktivedanta Youth Service. We put it one festone, no placard, and just some BOS t-shirt and some paraphernalia. So every day afternoon I would set up that table, small table, and just preaching little bit Bhaktivedanta Youth Service. And at the time we are only 2 devotees. One is Guru Maharaj's personal servant and myself. So myself, my main duty is to just set up the table every day afternoon. And so then after that 1 month Kumbh Mela completed, then I came back to Calcutta. Then from Calcutta I gone to my home. I think maybe 10 days, 12 days I did not come to Calcutta. And at that time no telephone, nothing. And Guru Maharaj is completely worried about me. What happens? I came back from Allahabad alone, and I did not come to Calcutta Temple. What happens to me? When he came back, Guru Maharaj chastised, so I am thinking about you and no information, nothing. He did not send any letter. What happens? I don't know. And sorry Guru Maharaj, I going there now. So I got some problems, a little bit delayed. Then when I came back, Guru Maharaj became very happy. So Calcutta Brahmachari Ashram I started to stay, and Maharaj is staying in the Mona Lisa building close to Calcutta Temple. Calcutta Temple, they have one apartment there. So Maharaj opened Bhaktivedanta Youth Service office there, and some youth coming almost every day, and weekly they are meeting. Mainly some college student. So Guru Maharaj told that if I can do some donation collection for this preaching program. So he told me that he has one, because it means that Calcutta Temple President, he told that is if I can collect, so he'll give some percentage for the college preaching. Although it is under Calcutta Temple, but still Maharaj needs some money. So he's telling Temple is not giving direct money to him. So he's telling, just ask me if he can collect and some collection, and he'll give some percentage. I'm like, okay, that's fine. Then I started to do the collection Calcutta Temple, under Calcutta Temple, and for Guru Maharaj, this is my first time, and I am not expert in collection. And making live member and donation collection like that way. So just little bit connection, not so much. Anyhow, we manage Guru Maharaj expenses, mainly his preaching expenses. So that is in 89, then 90 I took the initiation, first initiation, so Harinam. So Guru Maharaj, when I joined full time actually, I forgot to tell, when I joined, Guru Maharaj told me, so you become devotee devotee and cultivated by Namhatta department at that time, So he is also there in charge. Although I cultivated by Srila Gurudev, and he told anyhow department is Namhatta. So if you want to go back to Namhatta, so then you can go back and Namhatta, join there and do preaching. I can write down later. Then I told Gurudev, where are you? I am there. You are not there, so I am not there. no, I cannot stay without you. Whatever you are doing preaching, I want to stay with you. Then Guru Maharaj told, okay, because he wanted to avoid some controversial point. Later maybe Namhatta department can charge, okay, Maharaj took our devotee for his mission. No, although Srila Prabhupada's mission, no, for his preaching program. So Maharaj trying to avoid that point. Then I told, no, Guru Maharaj, I want to stay with you. Then 90, he told me, he put my name Prabhu Nityananda Das. So usually, there, I think rules like that, if someone is not married, so they should wear saffron at that time. Then President is telling me, you did not wear saffron, you took white dress and you are breaking the ISKCON rules. Then I told, no, I talked to Guru Maharaj before initiation, I want to keep my white dress because I am my father's eldest son and I have my only one younger brother, and maybe later if I change my ashram, from saffron to white, then people will say, oh, you see, Maharaj gave first initiation to him and within 1 year he changed his dress from saffron to white. So better to keep white, and any time if his time comes, according to time circumstances, any time we can wear this other dress, but better to keep white. Then Guru Maharaj agreed. And another devotee, he took initiation same day, so actually 2 Harinam Dikkat on that day in Gaur Purnima time in 90. So Maharaj gave him saffron. But within I think 1 year or 2 years he left saffron. So anyhow, so that's the reason I kept my white dress. I did not take the saffron. So, and Maharaj put my name Prabhu Nityananda Das because he told me after initiation that why he put Prabhu Nityananda, because Nityananda name why he choose, because he is thinking that he will be invited in Namhatta festival. At that time they are celebrating Namhatta festival in Nityananda Triyodasi, that is just before Gaur Purnima. So then Maharaj is thinking, although I become devotee from Namhatta, so if they invite him, so because at that time they do the big ceremony, initiation ceremony, and Maharaj will give me initiation on the Nityananda Triyodasi in Namhatta festival. But they did not invite Guru Maharaj, so Maharaj did not go to attend and participate in Namhatta festival. So he postponed my name till Gaur Purnima. So then Gaur Purnima came, Guru Maharaj asked me to take initiation, I told okay. So then after that, I am with Guru Maharaj. Then one time we gone to Kedarnath, Badrinath. The Kedarnath from I think from Rudraprayag, I think so, I forgot. So this is a 14 up and down 28 kilometers, and that is on Ekadasi day. Myself, Guru Maharaj and 2 other devotees, Bengali boys, they are like Maharaj's servant. So Maharaj and Ekadashi day, Guru Maharaj with crutch, he gone to Kedarnath. And next day, morning we came back. So all we 3 Bengali boys become tired, but Guru Maharaj is not tired. Using crutch, he's walking 14 miles roads to going to Kedarnath, and the others, tourists, guests, those are going to see the visitors, pilgrims, they are going to visit Kedarnath. They are offering their obeisances to Guru Maharaj because using crutch, he is going to 14 miles to Kedarnath, zigzag road, and roads are like, weighty roads, and the horses, they pass a stool, become dirty, always chance for slipping, slippery chance. So people are praising Guru Maharaj, the pilgrims. Oh, how Guru Maharaj see, how much austerity he is going there. And now we are Ekadashi day, no food, and Guru Maharaj is not tired, nothing. He did not feel any tiredness. We tired, but he is not tired. So then, Badrinath is a bus system. So then we came to Haridwar. Then, that is the story. Then One time I can remember one more story. I came to Calcutta. So Guru Maharaj, he already got visa problem at that time. So government issued one notice that he has to leave India, and the High Court, the lawyer, he misguided Guru Maharaj. He gave some wrong idea, that he can stay in India by stay order, all these things, blah blah, he said so many things, and so Maharaj got trouble from Homeland Security, Immigration Department. They served notice to Maharaj to come to see that DIB inspector, district officer, district inspector in Krishnanagar. But Guru Maharaj, I think 92, he gone to Secunderabad because some problem in that Medchal farm. So GBC invited sannyasis, senior disciple, if they can come and spend some time in that farm, to save that land. So Guru Maharaj immediately from Calcutta, he gone to Secunderabad. And then going there, he saw the Secunderabad temple completely mismanagement, nobody is there, no preaching, nothing. Then Guru Maharaj take charge of that temple. And coming back from that Medchal farm, so Maharaj told no, he has to go to Secunderabad, he has no time to go to Krishnanagar to see that officer. Then he asked me, I can go and see that. And as soon as I gone, and Maharaj gone to Secunderabad, and at that time we don't have so much money to arrange plane fare for Guru Maharaj, and Maharaj is traveling in train, no first class, just sleeper coach, three tire sleeper coach, ordinary coach. I travel also with Guru Maharaj in many places in the same coach. So because we cannot afford the first class ticket. So so I gone to Krishnanagar, and that officer, as soon as he heard that Maharaj denied his order and he gone to Secunderabad, immediately he gave lot of trouble to Guru Maharaj, means through police, by court, he got a lot of trouble. Then at that time, one of our godfathers, he is in Secunderabad, president, he called me, Prabhu, we are in trouble with Guru Maharaj, so please send all the papers from Calcutta to here. Then I gone to see that lawyer, High Court lawyer. Then he gave me the papers. I sent there in Secunderabad. Then Maharaj, then after that he came to Calcutta. Then myself and Guru Maharaj both gone to Writers Building. That is a management building, for administrative management building in Calcutta. Nobody is there at that time, and myself and Guru Maharaj both are there, going to see that is the DIB department, I think he is the DIB head in Writers Building. Then he told, Maharaj has to leave India. By any High Court orders, even Supreme Court order, he cannot stay. No way, no rules. So then I asked how Guru Maharaj can stay here. He is telling, that is not possible for your Guru Maharaj because he is sannyasi. That position he cannot accept. To stay in India, there is only one way, but that way your Guru Maharaj cannot accept. So Maharaj stay, I think, more than 14 years in West Bengal, not going outside of India. That's the reason he applied for citizenship and they denied. So one Namatta devotee, now he becomes sannyasi. He told me at that time that later he told me that, you see, Maharaj, he told the Srila Prabhupada money, I don't want to give bribe. Because that guy, he asked some bribe, 4,000 rupees Indian money, and Guru Maharaj denied. No, Srila Prabhupada money, I cannot give you bribe. So then the officer, then he told, I'll see how you can get the citizenship. So he writes so many things against Guru Maharaj, so his citizenship is cancelled. So then officer told me in Writers Building that he has to leave India. Then I told, okay, nothing to do. Guru Maharaj told, okay, I'm ready. So then I came, and then now we have to buy ticket. So to buy ticket, at that time I need only 18,000 rupees. And I am not a big collector, and I don't have money, 18,000 to buy ticket. So then I am going to different travel agency. I am looking who can give the cheap ticket. Guru Maharaj told, okay, you go find out who is issuing cheap ticket. Then I found from all travel agency there is only Aeroflot, means Soviet Union Aeroflot. No, that they are giving via Moscow to Canada only 18,000 one-way ticket. Then I will okay, I'll book the ticket. So Guru Maharaj told, where is money? Then I told Guru Maharaj, I am trying to collect money. So if I fail to collect money, then I'll take loan from bank. Then Guru Maharaj told, how will you get loan? Only I have my property. So I'll put mortgage in bank, I took loan and I'll buy your ticket. Later we'll see how we can arrange all these things. But anyhow, by Lord Krishna mercy, 18,000 rupees, some of my friends, there's many ISKCON devotee, they are not our godfathers, but anyhow. So they helped me how to collect money. So that way some money came, and so I gone to Aeroflot office to get money. Then they asked my Guru Maharaj passport. Then when I show the passport, then he's telling, where is visa? I mean, no visa, visa is expired. Well, we cannot issue ticket. Then I gone to that office. Oh, Aeroflot denied to issue ticket. Then they told, then I asked officer, how Guru Maharaj can leave India? You people are asking, he cannot stay here, he has to leave. Then that officer told me, I have to put stamp, permitted to leave India. If I put that stamp, your Gurudev passport, then he can, travel agent, he can get air ticket. Otherwise, no travel agency will issue ticket. Then I told, what is that meaning? Well, meaning means he will not be able to come back in India anymore. That means his visa is going to be revoked. No chance to come back in India. Then I asked Guru Maharaj, I told that is the story. Then Guru Maharaj told, no option, nothing to do. Then both we gone to again to writer's building, and that officer immediately put at the stamp, permitted to leave India. And then Maharaj came to Calcutta temple, and I gone to purchase ticket. And then I dropped Guru Maharaj in Calcutta airport. So just I myself came to drop Guru Maharaj, and at that time they would allow to go inside, stay in the balcony. I can remember that scene. Maharaj gone inside, then his Aeroflot flight is little bit, in little distance. He has to take walk to go to that flight. So Maharaj is walking, and just before going close to the flight, he turned his head and showed me hand like this because I am in the balcony. Then Guru Maharaj took flight, then he gone to Moscow. Via Moscow, I think he stayed there maybe one day, I think something maybe. Then after that, so it's a 92 incident. So then Canada, he stayed there. Then I think 92 or maybe 93 beginning, he came back to India again. So anyhow, he got visa. He came via Bombay. So, and that Bombay he came. So then he stayed, I think 6 months. Then after that, he gone back to Canada again. Then after that, I think after a few months or maybe next year, so he came back to India again. So as that officer told, permitted to leave India means he cannot get visa anymore, but he got visa by Lord Krishna mercy. So then when he came to Delhi, so I am waiting in outside, myself and one more devotee, from Secunderabad. So his name is Rajaram Prabhu. So he came from Secunderabad, and I am in Madras, Chennai at that time, and temple president from Secunderabad, he called me, Prabhu, Guru Maharaj is asking you to come to Delhi with your passport. I said, okay. So immediately I came to my village, took my passport and came to Delhi. Then I found that another my godfather, he is also outside waiting. So maybe plane time and 2 hours, Maharaj did not come out. So then we are worried. What happens? Guru Maharaj plane, all the passenger came, then suddenly I asked one passenger, have you seen any foreigner sannyasi? That he told, yeah, one sannyasi, a saffron colored dress. No, I saw him, he came from Canada, so Air India flight. But they took in the custody. What happens? Then we tried to contradict Guru Maharaj. So then Guru Maharaj told, they asking him to go back to Canada next day flight, because his name places in the restricted list, so he cannot enter in India. Then Guru Maharaj told, the Bombay they allowed, Bombay allowed, but this is Delhi, we cannot allow you. Then from that time Guru Maharaj gone back to Canada, he came to Nepal. So 1995, I again met him in, 1994. Yeah, I think so, or maybe 95, I forgot. So I met him in Nepal again. So at that time I'm married, so I took my wife also, and my wife took initiation there in Kathmandu. So, so this thing, so then from there, Maharaj many times came to Kathmandu. I think Secunderabad devotee, they arranged all these things, and many of our godfather, god sister, they took initiation from Nepal, I think so, when Guru Maharaj would visit Nepal. So after that, I think then Maharaj is gone to South Africa. GBC asked South Africa to go help there, and I think that is maybe 93 or 94, I forgot. So then Guru Maharaj, when he gone to South Africa, they are invited, but they did not pay ticket. And Guru Maharaj took loan from one of his godfathers from Canada, and after South Africa reaching, they denied to pay the ticket. Then Maharaj will repay his ticket. Then he called Calcutta temple. Now he asked me, so how we can repay his ticket? Then we cannot send dollars. So from India to there, very difficult. So then I asked to Calcutta temple president, he helped me a lot. So immediately he repaid that amount in Canada through Italy, one temple president. Through one temple president in Italy, so he repaid that amount. And later I gave money to the temple president. So then I think then 2006 or 7, I can remember the exact, or maybe 8, Guru Maharaj, his visa problem, I think, little bit solved. Some of our godfather, they help a lot to solve these things. And at that time when Maharaj first time, again he came to India after a long time. So at that time I am not in India, I am in US. So then I spoke from here to Guru Maharaj, Mayapur. So I asked him if he can come to visit my house. So he came. I spent a few hours. Then I think 2010, when I gone back again to India from US, Guru Maharaj asked me to open one book that is called Daiva Varnashram Ministry Office in Mayapur. Actually, Hidaya Chaitanya Prabhu is our godfather from Canada. Guru Maharaj asked him. So then, but he left India. So he gave that responsibility to me. After introducing with the Mayapur authority. So then I met with the authority, they gave room, and still we are having that room. So in Chakra building, first floor. From that time we are continuing that Daiva Varnashram Ministry Office. So and Guru Maharaj asked me to become check signer and open account. So we open account for IDBM, and Guru Maharaj, at that time myself and Guru Maharaj both are signatory. And so then I asked Guru Maharaj, I am not all the time in India, so if I become signatory, it will be a problem. Guru Maharaj said, okay, later we'll see, just first in the beginning you do that. So then I think 3-4 years I did not come to US, so I'm in India. So I take care. So and we started in Howrah district a village program again under the department, and Guru Maharaj visited the places in Howrah, and some devotees they took initiation. So then Maharaj from Gurudev, I am with him from that time. Now from in the Devivanasa ministry, I mean also in the committee, so just little bit helping, not so much, but I know myself, I am not spiritually highly elevated. I am not qualified to say anything about Gurudev, but anyhow, if one of my godfather asked me to say something about my personal experience with my Guru Maharaj, so I told how I serve Gurudev, and from, you see, the 1902, it is not my ego, but I never gave up my Guru Maharaj lotus feet. I took shelter in his feet and never gave up. He is my Sikha Guru, he is my Dikha Guru. I did not accept so many Sikha Guru to confuse my idea, no. If someone is highly elevated, they can talk so many Sikha Gurus, but very difficult, very difficult. So I have only one Sikha Guru, one Dikha Guru, that is my Guru Maharaj. And I am not spiritually highly elevated, but I can say, you see, I never gave up my Guru Maharaj. So I took initiation, and I took in 1989, but I attached with my Guru Maharaj from 1982. So I never gave up. So devotees can, those are going to take initiation from Gurudev. So my humble request to them, don't give up Gurudev. Maybe so many problems, distress will come. Maybe if you take some instruction from other Sikha Guru, but be cautious. Many Gurus, many opinions. Srila Prabhupada is our main Sikha Guru, and Gurudev, that's I think enough. Don't try to be confused, going to so many different places, and be away from Gurudev is not good. I saw some of our godbrothers, they are not keeping touch with Guru Maharaj. I know them. They are long time with Guru Maharaj. So many things happens. Maybe Vaishnava aparadh, maybe taking instructions from other gurus, they confuse all these things, and many things maybe happen. So whatever I know, I told about Gurudev. Maybe some mistake. So maybe offense, I don't know. If I did any offense or mistakes, so my Guru Maharaj can excuse me, and asking my godfather and sisters, if I tell something wrong or any offense I did, please excuse me. So offering my obeisances to Gurudev and all my godbrothers, god sisters and well-wishers. Now I am completing my speech. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Thank you so much. Jai Srila Guru Maharaj ki Jai, Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. Nitai Gaur Premanande, Hari Hari Bol.